this first day? We've probably been there for a bit, but what's it like? And we're hearing a lot about players that have not won a World Series saying that, that's their mission. How do you, as being a World Series champion in the past, talk about that with them?
Um, we'll develop more conversations about it as time goes by. But um, for me, it's every ball player's dream to win a World Series, and then to be able to come to a city and a team that I'm very familiar with, and be able to hopefully try to create that same type of camaraderie and feeling in the city, and as well as these guys. I think it's pretty special that I'm excited to be able to try to again lend a few stories and a few helping hands in order to try to achieve those same goals. So like I said, I think the stories and like I said, the time that spent making that run, I think will be talked as the season progresses.
Do you feel that vibe yourself being in the locker room?
So hard to say that right now. I definitely think we have the talent. The talent is there. I think that's one thing that we talked about this morning. Is the talent is through the roof. Some of the BP that I saw today and some of the arms that I saw today are truly some special individuals. But you have to come together as a team. You have to come together as a unit, hold everyone accountable. And, if we can do that, I think we can have a lot of success.
Vinny Duber. Go ahead, Vinny.
Hey, Adam, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You were here in 2016 when Tim Anderson came up for the first time. What do you remember about seeing him then? And then what has it been like, even from afar or even just within the last couple of days to kind of see the player he's become?
It's awesome. To see TA in 16, just full energy, ready to come to play every single day, and was really quiet then and was just trying to find his own. And then now he is a premier shortstop. He's an unbelievable player, unbelievable guy. And then, to be able to have conversations with him when he's a little more open and up front than he was as a rookie, it's really cool to see him and his personality. As young guys, come in, they usually don't say much. And, like he was any other rookie. So to be able to actually have a conversation with him, to kind of develop that camaraderie with him. Even in day one, I was with him the whole day, and I heard him talk more in the 2.5 hours we were outside than I had the month or 2 months that I was had him in 16. So to see him from the other side, just see how he's progressed as a ball player is. You guys all watch him day in and day out. It's something it's truly impressive, and how he's matured. At the shortstop position as well as at the bat, you can see it. So I can't wait to be on this team and be able to see it every day.
As somebody coming in now to this group after he's kind of established himself as kind of a voice of this team almost, what did you realize, during that process of deciding to come back that like, hey, Tim is one of the leaders now, and some of the stuff that he's been saying, speaking up for the team as a whole?
Yeah, no, exactly. I think there's a lot of great leaders on this team. I think, in spring training, as all teams are trying to do is gel together. And, TA is just one of those pieces of the puzzle. But when deciding to come back, yeah, he definitely comes to my mind. I think he's the face of the organization, if not one of the top three faces. I don't want to slide anybody else, but he really makes the team turn, so to speak, in the clubhouse and on the field, being the shortstop, and really, like I said, gravitated towards that as well, having that defined shortstop voice in the clubhouse, voice in the city of Chicago. You want that sturdiness to the ball club, like I said, and you mix in a lot of other guys. Not want to slide anybody else, but he's definitely one of those guys.
Chicago Sun-Times, Daryl Van Schouwen.
Adam, what was the message like from Tony this morning? And do you sense a level of respect from the guys in the clubhouse for him?
Well, yeah, I definitely think so. He's a Hall of Famer. I think right off the bat, get the HOF in front of your name or behind your name or wherever you put it on the baseball. I think you definitely have utmost respect. He's got more championships than I think all of us combined. I don't know. I want to do the math, but he's truly a man of baseball. And, when he stood in front of us this morning, you could hear a pin drop. No one walked around. We were all standing up and all spread out in all different directions, and you could just hear the tentativeness. You could see the tentativeness in everyone's, eyes, just focused on him, what he's had to say. So, his meeting was very blunt, to the point. Didn't take much time, and like I said, I think young guys, old guys alike, they're just really excited to get things going, because you can hear his excitement. He doesn't seem like he's that excited, but you can definitely hear his excitement in his body language and in his voice, and that he's ready to go.
The Athletic, James Fegan.
Just with social distancing guidelines and whatnot, how typical was that pre your first meeting to a typical season? Was it a different vibe? Did it have to be shorter? Were you able to kind of get the same feel of togetherness that you would in a normal year?
As well as it could be. Everyone's wearing masks, and like I said, social distancing. We're outside. It's definitely not the norm by any stretch, but I think it's one of the biggest thing that the older guys can bring is try to make that the normal. Try to embrace these limitations that we have from the social distancing aspect, but to be able to bring everyone together and make everyone feel that this is as normal as possible, and we're going to get through this, and we're going to be able to withstand all these protocols, is just the first step today in having that meeting. So, like I said, I think everyone took it, in stride, and knowing that this is going to be a normal season, and like I said, trying to make the most of it.
Last couple questions for Adam Eaton. Manager Tony La Russa will be in next. Chuck Garfine, NBC Sports Chicago.
Adam, I wanted to ask you about the offense. You've played on some good offenses before. Where does this one rank? And have you thought about where you would slide into this? Because we've seen you bat first and second, and this offense is so good. Wondering where you think you might fit.
Great question. I'm not real sure. Again, it's day one. We're all very excited. We all want to project this unbelievable season and where you might fit in, but it's just too difficult at this point. Like I said, there's some unbelievable athletes out there, some really good players that had some really good, good season last year, but I'm going to fit in where I can. In 2019, I was able to bat second for a World Series champ, but if that's not where I fit in, that's not where I fit in. I want to make sure that wherever they see me fit, that's where I'm going to be fitting in, and I'm going to do the best job I can possible.
NBC Sports Chicago, Ryan McGuffey.
Adam, you had such familiarity walking through those halls, the first time, probably a few weeks ago when you first came through the facility, but is there a little bit of unfamiliarity too? You mentioned the level of talent, and from your first stint here to now, was it still like walking into a new clubhouse the very first time, even though you knew kind of exactly how you fit in, where to go, where the weight room was, all that stuff? But is it still have that new, is it more than just kind of like fresh paint on the walls with this group?
Well, with the protocols, I think it didn't matter if you worked here for 15 years. You walk in through those doors and you're taking, spit tests and mask on, mask off. What mask to wear, where to wear it. Where. So it's that in itself is a little different. But no, definitely, I think a lot. If I be cliche, but a lot is the same, but there's a ton different as well. We have the staff is evolved. There's staff that are still here, but there's new additions. As well as the medical staff has changed. So, like I said, there's a lot the same, but a lot different. And like I said, I think it's a good mix. I think, again, where we came from 4 years ago when I was here in 16, it has gotten, it's going on that upward tilt. And I think, like I said, when they went to the rebuild, you definitely can feel that they've done it the right way. And I think they have the pieces in place as players as well as staff in order to do that.
Last question, James Fegan.
Adam, just a few days ago, Tony La Russa was talking about you. He mentioned you as a leader type guy. Has he spoken to you about what kind of role he wants you to kind of play in the clubhouse, or that he sees that you fitting into that kind of role?
Him and I have had quite a few conversations, which I'm blessed again to be able to, talk to a Hall of Famer and be able to come to be able to come to, basically baseball school, more or less. I mean, you're coming and picking his brain and talking to him about the game of baseball, and, being able to kind of form a team and a bond amongst the teammates and how we can make it through this 162. So yeah, him and I have had a lot of conversations. I came from a team that had a bond like I've never seen before. From pitchers to catchers to infielders, relievers. It was just such a great bond, and his and I's conversations have included that, and how we can kind of form that here. And like I said, I'm coming into a team that's already had a great formation. I think that's one thing that when I signed here, Rick and all the players that I talked to before I signed, really told me that. It was like, we have a great group of guys here. We have a really strong, leadership group that has, been there, done that. And then you add more pieces as well. So, like I said, I'm just hopefully be able to kind of slide, in line and hopefully be able to guide the outfielders, first and foremost, and then, lend a hand if there's any other places that, like I said, need that type of guidance. But like I said, it's not something that I'm going to bring to the table. It's just something that, if it falls in my lap, hopefully I can, share some information.